How you doing? Today, we're going to cover some filing. I know a lot of you guys are interested in it. I can't make videos like some other guys do on filing, but I'm going to try my best. Okay? The one thing I know how to file. I'll tell you why. 30-something years of hardcore logging, you learn how to file, believe me. There's some good people out there know how to file. I'm showing you how I do it for East Coast logging in hardwoods. Okay? We will be chisel filing. This is what I'm doing first. I have a rather special saw that I want to run tomorrow. We will be loading logs out. And we'll probably drop a couple trees. Let's just see how it goes. It's going to be 50 tomorrow. Isn't that nice? I've made a couple attempts of being outside with the saws when it was cold. I've never seen anything kill batteries so fast in my life. And fog up. They just freeze right up. So we got tiny little bits of footage, but this is where it's important. Now, because I'm an old man and I can't see good, I use a Sharpie to mark where I started filing. Now, what I'm going to do just initially is just kind of get you in there so you can watch my angles. I'll explain. You got to see which tooth I'm on right there. I got this one about finished up. It's 3 45-degree angles, okay? It's 45 forward, 45 down, 45 back. Just like that. Okay? Now, what the trick to this is hit exactly where you want. And that's something I'm going to show you how to do. At some point, I'm going to have to let me get right up under that tooth there. You can follow round filing. Don't think you can't. If you screw this up, round file it once. Okay? Boy, these are new files are grabby. Okay. I'm not going to show you the angles. I just did it again, but I will. Okay. 45 forward, 45 back, 45 down. You'll know there because you just about kiss your strap, but not quite generally. But let's see where this goes for us. Okay. Now, something that's rather important is, and I got to find my little pointer I had. I lost my little pointer. I'm going to use my little screwdriver. What you're trying to do is on the bevel right here, goes right in the corner, right up in the corner. Okay? Now, the next piece goes right down your face, right in here. Okay? So when you put that file in, this point is up in a hook here tooth. The next flat goes right straight down. I'm going to move this camera just a bit. Maybe I can get you. Let me get you where you can kind of see what's really going on here. Oh, you got tipped over. Sorry, guys. This a little hard to use this mount like I am. So just bear with me. We'll get through this. Okay, so I know I got my angles right there. So, nice kiss strokes. Okay, that one's just like I like it. You can see it. Okay, now we're going to go to the next one, which is right here. Okay. Where the camera is on the phone isn't where you think always. Now, if you notice, I sharpen my right side with 2 hands, and my left side I'll do with 1 hand. This is the way I got through this. I'm left-handed, so I can sharpen real good left-handed. But I need a little help on my right side. Okay? 3 45s. That one you won't see as good. Now, I got to rotate my chain. Yeah, I know you're wondering, Harv, how can you do that on that bar and that vise? How can you keep your chain tension? See, I got chain tension, just representing the saw. Same thing, okay? I do have a secret. Do something like this. Nice heavy weight. Put it on the bottom of your loop of your chain. Okay, now this lets me move this back. And you tipped over again. How you guys can't stand up today or what? What's that? Okay, so we're going to be starting right there. Little tip. Put your weight fairly close to your vise. Otherwise, it'll just kind of, it'll want to flop down. So, boy, I tell you what, this stuff gets sharp. Okay, hear that? How that just nicely glides? Oh, boy, I tell you. Okay, now, I don't follow my mark on top of my bar, or up on top here. You probably will never see that. I don't follow that little line you get right there. Exactly when the logs are frozen, or semi, or they're real dry. I lead my angle forward just a bit. Just, not a lot, not a lot. That's personal. That's for me. I like a nice aggressive cut, nice big chips. That's what I like. Okay, now we got that tooth. Now I'm going to get this one. I'm going to have to try to show you exactly where that goes right there. That's going to be hard for me because I'm suck at this. I can sharpen like crazy. I just can't. And I got a cord on there. Okay. What it is. Let me get the tooth I was just doing right here. The edge of the file, you can see, and I got my light in the wrong place, goes right on that edge of the flat. That's what it does. I've tried a few times to do these videos like this because I think they're really important. I really do. Okay, let me just work right through this. This is no different to me than round filing. I can do either one just as easy as the other. That's the way it is. Nice glide strokes. The smoother you can run your file, the longer your file lasts. And I am changing my angles a little bit. So that's going to give me just a little bit of fit there. And I got to roll it back. Another nice fine example. Got to move my weight. I'll take it off. Roll my chain back a bit. Put my weight back on. That weight right there will save you. I don't often serpent on the bench. I'm going to be real honest with you. I don't like it. I use my belly vise. Just lay right over a log, put your belly vise on, then you're looking straight down. This is a little harder for me, actually. When you get good at this, you're going to know it. Your saw cut like crazy. Chisel filing, actually round filing even, if you know how to do it where you get real sharp and form a nice chip, and I'll show you a little bit about that. That's worth more than any pork job in my eyes. Of common pork work, not crazy stuff, you know. That's the way it is. It's quite a bit of difference. Okay, this is the profile. See, that's kind of corner to corner there. That's kind of it's really what you're looking for. Now, if you notice, my tooth angle is just about straight up. Okay, I'll show you the top angle. There's my top angle. I tell you, you get a little bit of dirt on them, and that's what you end up with. This is what you're trying to accomplish when you're chisel filing. Okay, this is not a grind. This is by hand. Now, what I've done is this has already been round filed a few times, you can see, and I just dressed it up because we are running a rather fun saw tomorrow, and I just thought you ought to see what we're doing here. I hope this video has been helpful for you. You know what? You know what's funny? I had to change glasses. I had to get the double X-ray glasses out. Yeah, it's getting that rough on me, guys. It really is. Something that's important with this. Just nice little spring strokes at the end. Just light ones. Okay? And what that'll do, it'll leave a finer finish. And I think this is my last tooth. Now, I'm going to show you something. These files, the teeth are only so deep, they're going to take just so big of a chip. That's it. So when you start forcing them, especially when they're brand new, you're overloading it. It can't digest it. And I'll show you on this one. Now you watch, it'll start getting grabby. Yeah, okay, now this one won't get grabby. That's funny. Okay. Anyways, a lighter stroke. Just light. Just let it cut. Don't make it cut, okay? And that goes with any type of filing, honestly. But when you do just light spring strokes at the end, you know, it'll help you so much better. I'll go back to this one. And just light spring stroke. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and get grabby. There we go. You can hear it. It just trunks right in. But watch, just light strokes. You're sort of lifting up with your file slightly. When you've been round filing, you'll have to get down in the gullet just a bit with this flat side right here. The one I'm trying my hardest to show you. With that flat right there, my finger's rolling on. You kind of got to get it down in because you're going into a round. You got to get it where it's flat, okay? And that just them nice spring cuts. That's all you got to do. I'll do it on this one again too. If you have a little heavier vise, it's mounted better. This is a little temporary vise. It does the wonky thing on it is what it does. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to unplug this thing. And I'll show you. There's my little weight right there. That's how it's lined up in my vise. So what happens is when I need to move my chain, I just pick the weight off, put the chain around, and it works good. Okay, now we're gonna get into some round filing now. So I gotta find another whole chain here. Okay, now with the round filing, I'm probably gonna explain this more than show you. I don't. You come back. I kind of meet my line, but I'll tell you what I do with my file. I cock this side down just a bit. And I'm going to tell you why I do that. Is so that in this part of the tooth, right here, it's the same amount of cut all the way across. Because if you go flat, absolutely flat, you'll find out at your working corner, you've got a really nice working corner, but then it gets a little blunt out here and it don't form a chip properly. So in hardwood, when you drop that down, it ain't, 10 degrees, 12 degrees maybe, that's what it is. And don't go too far in your gullet. What you want that to do is form a perfect C, okay? And I rotate my file. I roll it into the tooth. I roll it like this, into the tooth. And I do it when I'm sharpening. I know I bow file, don't I? It's because I'm working my point down, trying to get everywhere I want to when I bow file. I shouldn't do that. Let me just go straight. Nice little cuts, okay? See, I'm going slightly upwards. Actually, it looks like I'm going more than I say I'm going. Maybe, yeah, no, I'm doing what I say. Okay. I'll go back here. Let's get this one. The movie just a bit. This will help you see better. It takes a few strokes. When they're ground from the factory like this one is, we did run it. Just got a little haze. It's not dull, but it wasn't sharp. But see, I'm rolling that in. But I'm not going straight. I'm going down just a bit so that I can undercut that outside of that tooth. Okay? This don't take very long to just whip right out. Okay, I'm going to move my weight. I'm going to move my camera so I can rotate my chain. This actually works pretty good, believe it or not. And we're going to go back to this tooth. Hang my weight back on my chain, centered with my vise. And that's all there is to that. Okay, let me try to get in there a little closer. I know that's better for you guys. Okay. Nice light strokes just to get started. Save your files. Yeah, I'm bow filing again. So I like that working corner. I like to form that first. Right up on the point. Okay, there, I got it. Now we're just nice light strokes till we are happy. That ain't the nicest starting file that I've got. I know it. Should go get a new one out of the box. Oh, I lost my handle. I'll tell you why that is. The old style chisel files have the beak's a little longer right in here. They're a little fatter. When if I got a chain all screwed up because I hit a rock, I'll use a chain guide. I really will, or a raker gauge actually. Okay, don't think I don't, 'cause I do, but I don't carry them with me. Okay, I just don't. Works just like that. But, I should show you something right now. Let me show you. I'll show you how I put a file from this point to this point. Like that. Okay. Now, I don't know if this will show up with that light in the way, but so let me get that one out of the way. Get my flashlight out. This tells me I can see the relationship to the corner. It's corner to corner like that. I can tell how deep my depth gauge is, my raker, okay? And what I do, I find a sweet spot for what I'm cutting for that day. And when I'll just take just a little off. The ones, you can run right through this just faster than heck. Because you got the file in your hand already. And you see where that one happens to be. And that's plenty actually. So what happens is if this tooth was way shorter than this tooth, and I went across it like this, these teeth are at an angle, okay? No matter where that's sharpened to, let's say it was sharpened halfway back, by doing that, it helps you get really quite nice about where your depth gauge is. Now, I like filing mine flat, and I'll tell you why. In hardwoods, the grain is, every ring is really hard, and then it's got a soft spot. So you'll find through experimenting that if they're flat, once you sharpen them a couple times, it gives it, in this area right here, right across the top, it gives it more purchase to want to glide across the rings in the soft spot between the rings and the spring growth. Okay? That's what happens. And that's important to me. If I'm trying to go out and get busy and get things done, I got to find all the right ways to do this stuff that works. Now, if you come across something else that works good for you, you do that. But I'm going to tell you what I got. I've actually got just a little bit of angst on this chisel filing. I was in on the chisel filing from the ground floor when it was first given to us. They were giving us chain, and they were giving us the files, and they gave us education. They sent Soren Eriksson from Sweden to teach us. And we learned. We learned from him. Okay? Now, the guy was really, really good at it. I'm sure he still is. He's probably old like me now, isn't he? Yeah, I'm sure of it. So, knowing that, I'm going to tell you something. You guys at Round File, are you going to take this tooth right here? You're going to take that tooth, and are you going to go the wrong way through it, like this? Or are you going to go the right way, like that? Because if you go this way, hear that? Why would you do that? That's stupid, isn't it? That's better, isn't it? Yeah. That's much better. Yeah. Now, I got a point for that. So, when you're chisel filing, are you going to go down through your tooth and have that? Hear that? You think that file's cutting good there, or up through? It's cutting up through. Don't frickin', there's a lot of videos out there, and I don't know what idiot come up with this, and why everybody else thought it was a good idea to go down through when you're chisel filing. That really, if you want to know the truth, upsets me that people actually that never did it in their life, never cut timber chisel filing. I'll guarantee they didn't, because you can't even get around your darn chain all the way with any length bar with a chisel file going down through without it being dull. You're ruining your files. I mean, that chaps me. I don't like it. Now I got that off my chest, I need to run around this real quick, and we'll go on the journey. gotta move it again. I won't set the depth gauges. This is Archer chain from B-Ray Farms. This Archer chain comes right out of the box, cutting pretty darn nice, and the depth gauges are proper for our wood. Now, like I said, I want to see a C. I want to see a C. Let me get my little pointer here. When you're going in that from here to the bottom of your gullet, I don't want that to look like a beak up here at the top. I want a straight line from here to the bottom of the gullet. That's what I want. For hardwood. For softwood, I'll set my file slightly deeper. I know I'm going to be cutting hardwood tomorrow. I'll set my file slightly deeper and make it just a little more of a beak. Okay? For softwood. Sometimes in ash I'll do that. Depends on the ash, quite honestly. Now, I'm not telling you this is the right way. I'm not telling you it's the proper way. What I'm going to tell you, this is the way it cuts like crazy for me. And you can go watch some of the other videos you want, and if you can do it their way better, that's fine. Buck and Billy makes good sharpening videos. I'm going to tell you that. He's the one that's spot on. But I have seen nobody else, I don't care who they are, nobody else that shows it proper for softwoods. But Buckin's softwood, pretty much, from what we figured out by talking, it's a lot like our oak of the smaller oak. It really is. There we go. Just let the file cut rotate downwards. Yeah, I know this is pretty crazy in it. You know what I might do, guys? I might make another video today. I got something to show you. I got things to share. Because you're my friends, my neighbors. You're my family. I know some of you count your strokes. I go by what it feels like. That's what I do. And then with these x-ray glasses, I can tell when it's sharp by looking at them. But if you wonder, you go like this. If that grabs your skin, and it really, even right out to the outside of the tooth, if that still grabs you, you did it right. If it don't grab you, tip your file down just a whisker. Trust me, it works. And when that don't work for you, leave it in the comments that didn't work. I'm not going to listen to you anyway, because I'm an opinionated old booker. I know what works for me. I know what I got to cut. Now, I'm going to tell you something interesting. We are going to be... I browned that file, this one, for steel. We're going to be running a really cool saw. Let me get that saw out. Steel 044. A lot of people have been trying to ask me, and I keep hedging. I'm going to tell you straight out. I made a lot of money with a 44. They're not a perfect saw. None of them are. They're just not. But I'll tell you what, they're pretty darn good. They're loyal. They're dependable. And if you're razor sharp all the time, they're very fast cutting. My favorite saw to run, logging, and even in firewood for Christ's sakes, is a 44 steel. It's faster for me than an 046, and it's another 1.5 pounds lighter, I believe, or 2 pounds lighter than 046. 046, I know the argument. It's a 44 with a big bore, cut right from the factory. Yep, you're right. That's what it is. There's a way difference. Trust me, there's a way difference. Train grow, and I got into a little horse trade, and this is what I ended up with, and what Train's getting is a darn good 372 build. My favorite saw to build is a 372 Husky. Honestly, it's much easier to work on than these steels. The parts are relatively inexpensive. They're still readily available. And they don't have two different size wrist pins with a ear cut off, you know. You know what I mean? Like these steels do. I want to get this one started up here. I actually have a train. I ain't even run this saw. You believe that? Isn't that hilarious? Haven't even run it yet. We ought to fire the mother up, hadn't we? Okay, a bunch of you loggers out there, you know what it's like. That's my gas and oil. Yeah, recyclable jugs. If I wreck one of them, it's tied together with a little piece of rope. You just throw them over your shoulder and you just walk and you just kind of station them with your freaking wedge banger. A lot of times I'd kind of toss them over to a tree that I know I'd be working around in a circle, so I didn't go far. Okay, enough of that. I'm going to give this an honest attempt straight away without warm up because I love these saws. Listen to that. I'm telling you, these things have got it. I might put that chisel file chain on this tomorrow, but we have another one there. We're going to be running a nice little 260 or 272 that we built. It's a beautiful saw, and you're going to really like it. And I want to run this 44 because I love how this one sounds. Train is the first time I started it, believe it or not. There's not enough time in a day sometimes. Okay, I'm going to link some of these video parts together and see what I can make, but I might come right back out here. When you see this, you'll know I'm working on another video. I got some pretty cool things I want to show you. And I'll show you what it's got to contain with. That build right there. Yes, sir. That'd make a nice ignition switch. Yeah, it would. It just makes sense to me. It's got style points too. Okay, that's it. Goodbye.